3 days after Malcolm Reyes officially suspended his campaign, Veronica Hale stood alone in the war room of her campaign headquarters in Atlanta. The walls, once plastered with polling charts and strategy memos, now shimmered with national coverage declaring her the presumptive Democratic nominee. Everyone around her celebrated. Staffers popping champagne, volunteers embracing like soldiers after battle. Her campaign manager, Mara, had even given an impromptu toast in front of the cameras. But Veronica felt hollow. Not because she hadn't earned it. She had. Not because the power wasn't real. It was. But because her victory was silent, clean on paper but stained in the margins. Reyes was gone. The man who'd once whispered her name like a secret prayer had vanished from the arena, and with him any lingering illusion that they might coexist in both love and politics. She hadn't texted him since that call. She wouldn't. Not now. Senator Hale. A young intern poked her head into the room, wide-eyed and breathless. "There's someone here to see you. Your husband." Veronica blinked. "Grant." The girl nodded. "He's waiting in the side lounge." She found him where he always looked most at ease, in a corner with a glass of club soda and that unreadable courtroom-ready face. "Grant," she said softly, "you didn't have to come." "I know," he replied, standing. But it seemed important. They hadn't spoken more than a few sentences since the day she confessed. Their marriage had grown quiet, procedural, like a truce between dignitaries after years of Cold War. Still he'd played the part for cameras, smiled beside her, let her keep the dream alive. "I wanted to say congratulations," he said. She studied him. And I'm filing for legal separation after the general." His tone wasn't angry, just final. "There's nothing left between us but the public contract. Once that's over, I'd like to step away." She nodded slowly. "I understand. I want to respect what you've built here, Veronica. Truly. You deserve this moment. But I can't keep standing next to you pretending there's love when it's just inertia." Her throat tightened. She looked at the man who had once kissed her knuckles during their wedding vows and thought about how far away those days felt. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I know." He stepped forward and kissed her cheek. Gentle, bittersweet. "Good luck out there, Governor." And then he was gone. By October, Veronica was dominating the national stage. Her opponent, a blustering billionaire-turned-populist, fumbled nearly every debate. Her favorability ratings soared. Her speeches hit like scripture. America had fallen in love with her poise, her precision, her power. Still, Malcolm lingered in her mind like a shadow. He hadn't resurfaced publicly. Rumors swirled about a teaching position at Georgetown, about long walks through Rock Creek Park with no security detail. No scandal broke. No expose ran. He'd ghosted the spotlight with surgical grace. At 11:22 p.m., with 92% of precincts reporting, Veronica Hale was declared the next governor of Georgia. The ballroom erupted. Lights flashed. Confetti cannons fired. Her name echoed through the crowd like a gospel refrain. "Hale! Hale! Hale!" She stepped onto the victory stage in a pearl-white pantsuit, Grant at her side for the final time, hand in hand. "The wave." She smiled. She delivered her speech, voice steady even as her heart fluttered with exhaustion and something else she didn't dare name. But when the camera lights dimmed and the room began to clear, Mara approached her with a whisper. "There's someone in the back hall who says he knows you. Wouldn't give a name. Just said he'd wait." Veronica's breath caught. "Where?" "North exit. Past catering." She moved quickly, heels echoing on polished linoleum. Her security detail stayed back as instructed. When she turned the corner, she saw him, leaning against a doorframe in a black wool coat, hands in his pockets, face quiet with something close to awe. Malcolm Reyes. He looked leaner, calmer, softer in the way a man looks after finally choosing peace. "You really did it," he said. "I did. You're a governor now. And you're unemployed." That smile, that goddamned smile, returned to his face. "Best job I've ever had." She stepped closer. Why are you here? Because I had to see you. Because I needed to look at you once more and know if it was real. Or just the campaign haze. Veronica didn't blink. It was real. He nodded slowly. And now. Her voice trembled for the first time that night. Now I have everything I wanted. And I still feel like I'm missing something. Silence stretched between them. Heavy. Laced with memory. He stepped forward. Just one pace. Close enough to touch but didn't. You know what I wanted more than power? He asked. What? Ooh. In the light. Not just behind hotel doors and buried headlines. You. Her chest ached. I can't promise anything, she said. My life is still public. Complicated. I'm not asking for promises, he whispered. Just a beginning. Real one. Not built in secrecy. Not drenched in guilt. She stared at him, tears pricking her eyes. I don't know how to do normal anymore. Then let's figure it out. She reached for his hand. And for the first time there were no cameras. No campaign aides. No spreadsheets. No alibis. Just two people who had clawed through ambition, betrayal, and history. And found each other standing in the aftermath, hearts still beating. Veronica Hale's first year in office was a masterclass in leadership. She passed bipartisan education reform, stood firm in a national healthcare standoff, and became a regular on the Sunday morning political circuit. America called her a contender for the White House. Her marriage to Grant ended quietly. No drama. No press statements. Just closure. As for Malcolm, he became a visiting lecturer at Georgetown, teaching political ethics. An irony not lost on him. He kept a low profile. But every few weekends he flew to Atlanta. They never lived together. Not yet. But their love unfolded slowly this time. Honest, fragile, flawed. Veronica liked it better that way. Not a secret. Not a headline. Just a life.